off in a second. So.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah. Let's go ahead and get started. Oh, 4 people watching already. Okay. What's up, guys? Oh, 5 people. That was quick. So, out here on the road. Babe, can I turn the camera around real quick? No? Okay, never mind. That look on your face is absolutely not. So, out here on the road, I know I promised I would make videos, you know, different special guests at some point, XYZ. And, yeah, so I have today with me my girlfriend. She took a week off of work to come on the road with me and see what it's like being out here on the road. So, yeah. That's my special guest. Oh, from Augusta, Georgia. Yeah, I never left. I just was out for a while, and I was out on the road, and then I was on my way home, and I ended up going home for like 11 days because, you know, it was my home time. So I actually had a video. I made one the last week, and I've been having issues uploading it. I'm still trying to figure that out. I think y'all will definitely enjoy what I have to say in that. It's going to come as quite a shock to a lot of people. But yeah, for that reason, it's just I'm having a hard time uploading it. I don't know why. So yeah, Chris, what's going on, buddy? We were just texting the other night. So yeah, but I have my girlfriend on the road with me, and I've been, pressuring her to help make a video with me about having a relationship while being on the road. First and foremost, can y'all hear me well? It's a little hot where we are right now. It's about 96 degrees, and so we have the air going. I just want to make sure y'all can hear us. So I mean, if you can hear us or hear me at the moment, you know, let me know before we get too deep into this and I realize y'all didn't hear a word we said. All right, cool. Appreciate it. Yeah, you can hear me clear. Okay, so yeah, like I've been saying, I got the girlfriend with me. She's been spending the past week with me on the road. So yeah, but so without any further ado, we're going to talk about, you know, how to handle a relationship on the road, because everybody likes to talk about, you know, trucking, the money part and whatnot. But the reality is everybody wants to, you know, have a significant other in their life at some point, you know, or you do, or you're just, you know, starting your career. And you also have a girlfriend, you know, how to handle that, you know, the do's and don'ts from both sides, you know, things she's going to give tips on, no, not team driving. She's just spending the week with me. No team driving. No, she can barely drive a car.
Really?
Yeah, I'm just kidding. No, I'm not kidding. But, yeah, no, she just wanted to spend the week with me. So, yeah, but, you know, we're going to give insight, at least on our perspective, you know, tips, things to do, things not to do, you know, from my side, you know, and her side, you know, things that we could have done better, things that we could do better, you know, things that we should continue to do. For those of y'all wondering, we are currently in Kentucky. We're headed down to Columbia, South Carolina, and we're going to be driving for about another 3.5 hours or so. So yeah. Hopefully y'all should be able to hear me over the engine. Give me a second to get on the big road, and you know, we'll be rolling. But yeah, so I would have crappy service. You'll be alright. If not, we'll just make another one later on. So yeah, but I'll go ahead, sweetheart, you know, introduce yourself and whatnot. Tell everybody, you know, say a few little words for the camera.
Yeah. So, hey, everybody. My name is Janisha Wilson, and I am 28 years old. I'm originally from Stamford, Connecticut. I've been in Augusta, Georgia for about 7 to 8 years. And, yeah, I like it. I'm spoiled with the cost of living, and I love it here in Augusta. I have 2 beautiful children. I have a 7-year-old daughter and a 4-year-old son. And I am a business professional. anything that involves business. So yeah, that's a little bit about me.
Okay. So, how is it being in a relationship with a truck driver? You know, what are some things you like and don't like? You know, what advice can you give to the women out there that might watch this video whose boyfriends or their significant other is a truck driver?
Okay, so I guess I'll start with what I don't like.
Oh boy.
I think it states the obvious. I don't like you being far away from me. I don't like going home every day by myself. But I don't like talking to you all the time, like through FaceTime and text messaging. That's been like the core of all our communications, and sometimes that gets a little frustrating. Yeah, that's kind of it. And then sometimes I don't like going to bed by myself. You know, I miss being cuddled and just having date nights and stuff like that. What I like about it is that we get the chance to really enhance our verbal communication. We have to be very intentional about that, because that's the main part of our relationships while you're out on the road. So I think we have a really good way of communicating. It's not perfect. We're not completely flawless with it, but I think that's we have very strong communication skills, because we have to rely on that in order to have somewhat of a relationship with you being far away.
Yeah, that is true. So sometimes, especially when our schedules are opposite. I mean, anybody that knows me knows I like night driving, and it's just, yeah, Chris knows. Shoot, he'll tell y'all. I like driving at night, and I mean, it's rough when you know the rest of the world, they're basically on a 9 to 5 schedule. So they're up all day and they're sleeping at night. So sometimes it's rough when all you really have the time to do is talk to significant other for about an hour or so a day before they have to go to bed. Because realistically speaking, you can't expect them to stay up all night long with you while you're driving to talk to them. That's just
sleep deprived.
Yeah, she's sleep deprived. She can't. She does sometimes, but she can't realistically stay up to like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning talking to me on the phone, because she has to get up for work at 7 o'clock. She got to get the kids ready, and then take them to daycare and school, and then she has to go work her job. So that's not really fair to expect her to stay up all night long just talking to me. Do I get more? Okay, kind of side topic. Do I get more miles driving at night? I not necessarily saying the company gives me more miles. I know I'm able to personally turn more miles, and I mean it's just true. When you go through construction zones at night, yeah, you're doing the speed limit that's set in the construction zone, but you don't have a long line of cars blocking you in. Or driving through any major city at night, you don't have just all that traffic out. Yeah, some cities you might have a little bit of traffic, but it's still free flowing. You still oh, that's Debbie. What's up, Debbie?
Hi, Devs.
So yeah, do I get more miles driving at night? Me, yes, I can. I can turn more miles if I start at I prefer, if I'm going to drive at night, I prefer starting at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock at night, and I'll drive all night long, and then I'll end up stopping at 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning. That way I can drive out my 11-hour clock, and then I can, learning lesson. When you get on the interstate or any highway, merge onto the interstate. You guys can clearly see how they're just taking their sweet time. It is called the acceleration lane for a reason. Get in the gas, accelerate onto the interstate. But, so I can turn more miles at night. It is hard doing that being flatbed, because flatbed primarily operates during normal business hours, Monday through Friday, usually 7 a.m. to about 5 p.m. And that depends on the business. So it's kind of rough when you like to operate at night, but then you have to make a delivery at 7 o'clock in the morning. Because sometimes you might drive all night long, deliver at 7 o'clock in the morning, but then you got to turn around and somehow hopefully have the hours to go somewhere else and make another pickup and keep on moving. So I do great miles, I see great miles, but there are times occasionally where I'll box myself into a bad situation where I'll drive for 7 hours, make my delivery at 7 o'clock in the morning, but then I don't really have time left on my 11 hours to drive anywhere to get a new load, or much time left in my 14. So I might get a pre-plan that says pick up tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock from a pickup that's like 3 or 4 hours away. So sometimes it sucks, but I mean, all in all, I still see great mileage weeks. Janisha will tell you this last week I turned 3,000 miles and I ran mostly nights. So I mean, you can still get great miles running night shift. So yeah, a little side rant on that. So yes, it is possible to drive nights. I personally think you get more miles driving at night, but it just depends. Yeah, it depends on what you're doing. If you're a van or refrigerated driver, try doing a 7-10-7 split. That way you can turn more than 700 miles in a day. Drive for 7 hours, take a 10-hour, start at midnight, drive for 7 hours, take a 10-hour break, get up, do your little pre-trip, and drive for another 7 hours. You'll be able to break more than 700 miles in one day. Do the math. 7 hours rolling into the day, 10-hour break. You got to do a 15-minute pre-trip, so do 6 hours and 45 minutes of driving. So that's what is that? 13 hours and 45 minutes multiplied at an average of 60 miles an hour, because that's what you're going to run in our trucks. 13 hours of, just to say 13 hours of driving at 60 miles an hour. You should get over 700. I'm pretty sure you will. You should get. Why? I never had bad service going through here. I never have it until I did this video. So she said what she doesn't like. I wish y'all would speed up. Like, come on now, drive. What I don't like, it's kind of the same thing, It's kind of rough not being able to talk to her, whenever I want or how long I want. Sometimes it's rough having that level of just understanding to, you just want to talk to her, and sometimes it's rough being able to sit back and say, you just got to understand that even though you're out here on the road, you're part of their life, that you still have to understand that their life is still essentially in some way, shape, or form going on without you. Not saying they don't love you, not saying they're forgetting about you. Their life goes on. You can't realistically expect all their responsibilities, their friends that they have, everything that just goes on back home, that just doesn't cease to exist just because you're on the road and you want to talk to them. Sometimes you have to have that level of understanding that their life goes on. It's kind of rough to have that. I want to talk to her when I want to. There are nights where I just, would like to just be cuddled up next to her, spending time with her, instead of, in my little small compartment back there that I have to sleep in these sleepers. Anybody that's on this page or on this channel watching this video. How did you two meet? Oh Lord, I'll have to pull it up in a second. How did we meet? Do you want to give the truth or do you want to give the made-up story?
I guess we need to ask that person, because we're supposed to be completely honest, babe.
Okay, that is true. This whole channel was founded on me being honest, so that's going to continue. Thank you for that, sweetheart. We met while I was still a cop, and I met her on a call. And yeah, we legit just, she told me thank you. She found me a day or two later on Facebook, told me thank you for everything that I did for her that night, and we started a friendship, and then it just grew from there.
Yeah.
And, I mean,
I don't even know when we became like.
I don't. Yeah, we
boyfriend and
we
girlfriend.
never actually established an official date for like our anniversary. I don't even think we have one. We just started dating one day, and it was just like, okay, so we're a thing,
Yeah.
We knew we liked each other, obviously, but I don't know, it just happened. You just saw me and Gary. Yes, I feel like I've been spending a lot of time there, spending a lot of time in Gary. But hey, I guess it doesn't really matter how many times I hit a terminal. But yeah, I think I hit Gary like 3 or 4 times. I know she was in Gary with me. We hit Gary what 2 or 3 times?
Yeah, several times.
2 or 3 times like the past like 2.5 days. So yeah, we were just up there. We we were both just up there, but I haven't passed through there a lot for the past 2 weeks. So yeah, but that's how we met, and just grew from there, and we had an instant click, like an instant friendship. I was the one that saw you on YouTube. Yeah, yeah, it's ringing a bell now. But yeah, we just had an instant click, you know, an instant friendship. That's a nice story. Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you. Oh yeah, it's nice. It's 80. Well, the truck says 85 degrees.
It's hot.
It's hot. It's a little warm. I'm in shorts and a t-shirt right now. So yeah, and we just grew from there, and literally from day one. I'll let her talk about this. It's good to have somebody that really supports your trucking career, because it's rough, you know, just doing this job in general. But it's great to have somebody that really, you know, is there and backs you and supports what you do. Because hey, as much as I love doing this job in trucking and being out here, y'all can tell from the videos, I love what I do. It does not take away from the fact that I would love to be spending, as much as I love doing this job, I love spending time with her and the family, you know, even more. So, I mean, as much as I love the job, it is a sacrifice being out here doing it. But, you know, I'll let her talk about what she really does, you know, to support me while I'm out here driving and whatnot.
Yeah, I think from the beginning, what I loved was that you had a goal, and it was like a long-term goal. And then you had all these like short-term goals to add up to that major goal that you want to do for your life and your career. So I didn't want to come into your life and change that, because you had a plan, you know? So, is that a question?
Huh.
Okay. So you're like the man with the plan, and I didn't want to come in and mess that up. So I would like, you know, we would talk on the phone, you'll tell me stuff. I think the main part that you loved about me was that I listened, you know? There's a lot of things that I didn't know that you explored, you know, had to go through as a truck driver. So I had to listen so that I could understand it the best way I could. And then, I mean, I just communicating with you, trying to figure out your schedules and making sure that, you know, to be on a video for me was kind of hard trying to connect that way. So I think for trying to make sure that I showed you that I was trying to please you in some way, you know, even when I couldn't understand, like, why do I have to talk to you on the video for like 4 hours? I'm not saying I didn't want to spend time with you, but I'm just like, I just wish you would be home. So a lot of times I had to like put my own feelings to the side, because this is the career you chose, and I knew that you were going to do something great with it. And not only that, I knew that you were going to touch others by what you were doing, you know? So
Yeah.
Not all the time are we understanding. There's times we have to balance it out and figure it out. We get in arguments, we try to figure it out the best way. But I think at the end of the day, we find out what that balance is, and then we keep it moving, you know? We don't allow it to stop us. But I knew you were a truck driver when I met you. I knew what you were going to get yourself into, you know? So I had that choice to make up in my mind if I was going to deal with it or if I was going to jump ship. And I chose to stay.
No, we are cool artists. I'll try to keep my hands to myself, Chris. I mean, you're a handsome piece of man, man. I love you, bro. I don't know. Your Facebook profile does something to me. It gives me chills. I hope you enjoyed our being out west. So yeah. But yeah, she's been very supportive. I'd say that's one of the big things to have in a partner that's out, you know, while you're out here. So somebody that is supportive and understands what you're doing. Also, another one, a big thing, is having that level of trust. I mean, it is hard. It is hard. And you know, this dude, really, dude, got me out here cutting me off like 45 feet of space. Ignorance. So yeah, but just, you know, that level of trust, and I mean, it goes both ways. You know, because the truth of the matter is, and I mean, I don't sugarcoat, you have people, you have drivers who do come out here and they do cheat on their significant others, and vice versa. You have significant others who are back home getting it in while their husband or wife, boyfriend or girlfriend is out on the road making money.
Yeah.
So I mean, you have to. It's hard at times, but you have to have that level of trust. You know, to know that, you know, they're doing the right thing by you while you're out there on the road. The same way that you feel like, you know, they should trust you because you're just out here working. You know, try to have that level of trust back in them. Not try, do. You need to have that level of trust back towards that person. And if you can't have that, you might want to reevaluate if the relationship is really what you want to have while you're out here. So yeah, because being out, and especially hard as a driver, because people for whatever reason have this misconception that prostitutes and lot lizards are these beautiful women that just look like they belong on the cover.
Lotties.
She thinks that she has this misconception that lotties out, as she calls them, lotties, the lot lizards out here look like they belong on the cover of somebody's swimsuit magazine, and they look like crackheads. And Chris will tell you they look like crackheads. They're nasty, and it's just like, I mean, you just don't want to. Oh, that's a long time away. Jane, wow. But yeah, good luck. So yeah, but you know that, I'm not out here trying to look for that, and a lot of us out here aren't. So I guess sometimes in her mind, she I wonder, you know, she might think, you know, make sure, you know, those lot lizards or whatnot, they're not trying to come up to you or talk to you, do this, that, and third. I mean, most of the time, she's been on the phone with me. They come up to me, ask if they can wash your windows or something, and then bum a cigarette, and I don't even smoke. And then after that, they're talking about, can you give me a ride, you know, to wherever you're going? Like, no, I don't want you and your herpes riding in my passenger seat. Move along now, you know, pack your stuff and move along to the next person. But yeah, you know, I'm not out here looking for that, and you know, gotta have faith and trust that you know, that she's not back home, you know, doing that, you know, and you have to be understanding, you know, this is the thing that gets me with a lot of people when they get upset that, you know, their significant other cheats, and it goes both ways. I understand being mad at that person that they cheated on you with, but realistically speaking, you need to be mad at your significant other. You're mad at both of them, but you need to be mad at them, because, and I tell her this all the time, it's not that people hit on you. It's going to happen. You know, that's just what people do. You know, if they don't know, you're just going to hit on another person. You find them attractive, you want to hit on them, that's what you're going to do. It is up to that person that's in the relationship to say, hey, you know, I'm not interested. I'm in a relationship. Don't disrespect that, and you know, you keep it moving. And you have to trust your significant other enough to know that they're going to do that when you're not around. You know, and that goes both ways. She has to trust that I do that when she's not around, and you know, I have to trust that she does that when I'm not around. I think I said that correctly. I don't know. My word, I don't know. I got tongue tied. I was thinking faster than I was talking, so I want to make sure. I think I said that correctly. But yeah, have that level of trust. That goes both ways. So, what's some advice that you could give to somebody that's, you know, that's the person that's watching this, or you know, who's going to be a truck driver and they're going to show this to their boyfriend or girlfriend, husband or wife, or their significant other, I should say. What's the advice that you can give to your that person, to their significant other, to give to them?
I would say identify that person needs. Whoever your significant other is, identify their needs. If, for instance, I'm home and he's always out on the road because he's a trucker, of course. So I know that when he comes home, he likes a home cooked meal. I know that he wants food in the refrigerator because he likes to eat, because he's always eating this nasty food out here on the road.
It's not that bad.
The nasty food out here on the road. And then, you know, there's other certain things that he likes for me to be able to do when we get get home. When he gets home. So identifying his needs so that when he comes home, he's taken care of, and try not to make his life stressful. I am not perfect with that. I'm a woman, so we stress men out anyways. But try really hard not to stress him out so that when he comes home, he's able to relax and enjoy family time. And then send him off the right way as well. So when he leaves, make sure he's taken care of and all his needs are met. So that when he's ready to come home again, he's running home to you and not trying to stay out on the road to stay away from you. So ladies, identify your man's needs if you're a trucker, and vice versa. If you have a woman out there trucking, identify her needs so that you can be able to cater to them when they come home. So yeah, I think I hit that about 90%.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
90% of the time.
Yeah, about good time.
Whatever. But you come home running.
That's why I'll be staying out here for 2 months at a time, y'all. Y'all just don't know. That's the real reason
You're just trying to get all that money.
You're right. I stay out here for the money. But yeah, no. And on to go off of that too. You know, it sounds good to hear her say that, but also y'all out here driving. Remember too, she is sacrificing a lot for you too. Shut up. She is sacrificing. Hey, fuck it, it is what it is. She's sacrificing, having her physical needs met too. While you're out there not getting yours met, or supposed to not be getting not getting them met out here, she's at home, not giving it out to everybody that's been asking for it. And motherfuckers know that you're out there on the road. They know, like, oh, her man is gone. They know that she's at home by, a month or 2 months by herself. They know, because I've been a player before, but I'm a born again Christian. I no longer live that life. Hallelujah.
I will kill you.
Hey, you as guys, we all know we've been through that player phase. When the chick's dude is around, when they're not around, you keep tabs on that kind of stuff in the own slide method that you have. And we all got them, because we all been players at some point in our life. And if y'all don't want to be honest about it, shit, I was a player. I was a player. But I'm retired. I hung up the jersey. So yeah, the same way she's waiting for you, and making all this, trying to make your life happy. Your job to come home is when you come home, especially after you've been doing this for a nice period of time. And y'all that's on this page watching this shit know you've been doing this for a nice period of time. When you start making that real good money, and y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. Don't sit there and act like you don't know how to operate your debit card or your whatever that you got. Don't tell me fucking nothing that you've been out on this road for 2 damn months straight getting $900 to $1,300 a week, and all the bills are being paid at home. And don't tell me you still don't got no money left in your pocket. When you come home, I'm not saying you have to take care of her financially, because that's what she's looking for. I'm not saying that, but come up out your pockets a little bit. Don't be scared to say, hey, we're going to get your hair done, your feet and your nails done. We're going to do this. I'm going to take you on a trip to the beach. I'm going to pay for this. Go home and take care of her, I'm not saying go home and spend thousands of all the hard-earned money that you have. I'm not saying do that. But I am saying, don't act like you can't come home and she's been holding it down for you. Don't act like you can't come home and spend, $200-300 if you got it like that. I don't know what your financial situation is. But don't act like you can't come home, spend $200-400 on her, taking care of her, whatever it is she wants. If she says, hey, I want to buy all these groceries for the house, I want to go to the beach, I want to do this, I want to do that. If you got the extra money, when you can afford to splurge a little bit on her every time you come home, then do that. She's taking care of, she's not giving out your coochie to anybody else. It is what it is. She know I've been real on this channel since fucking day one. Okay. She's holding it for you and you only. She's taking care of the house. She's taking care of kids. She's taking care of everything. There's no reason why you can't come home, spend your time with her. Don't be that dumbass dude that makes a chick, or for the women, makes your man, or whatever you like. Don't be that dumbass that's out here on the road making your significant other sacrifice their time and their freedoms and all kind of stuff for you so you can come home, park your truck at your local truck stop, take yourself home, throw all your dirty clothes in front of the washing machine, get cleaned up, and head out with the boys to start having some drinks, powder back some shots, playing some pool and throwing some darts. And no, that's not where you need to be at. Why in the world does she need to be at the house sacrificing? What is she looking forward to with you coming home if the first thing you do is run out and hang out with all your boys? I'm not saying they don't deserve any of your time, but you need to focus your time and energy on your significant other. And then, when you get the time to, and after you've taken care of certain things that need to be taken care of for her, financially, emotionally, morally, physically, mentally, after you take care of her in those areas, then if you got the time, then hang out with your buddies. Because a real friend is going to understand, hey, look, I haven't seen my significant other in 2 months. I got to take care of them. It is what it is. They got needs, I got needs, we got to take care of them. They should be able to understand that. They should be able to understand that. A good friend needs to understand that. So yeah, but she's holding it down, doing all that. Do not come home and just push her to the curb, because it's going to make your significant other say, well, what the fuck am I waiting for? What am I waiting for? I'm doing all this, making all these sacrifices for this person. You're making all these sacrifices for this person. I could be with somebody that's home every single day, giving me everything I want and need every single day of the week, and I don't have to wait 2 months to see them. What's making me stay with this person? If you're not answering that question for her every time she comes home, you need to reevaluate some stuff. Because if her needs aren't getting met, it's basic survival. They're gonna need to get their needs met in some way. And I'm not saying it's the right thing to do, but you can push somebody to that point. I'm not saying it is right, but you can push somebody to a point to where they start looking for outside sources to fill that, that void that you're supposed to be filling when you come home. It's not enough they only get to have that void filled every 2 months or 1 month or however long it is you stay out. But, at least make it worth their while and worth their time and their efforts when you do come home. Make them see that your effort is not going, it's not unnoticed.
Yeah.
That's the last thing you want to do. The last thing you want to do is make them feel like they're not needed and unappreciated. And I appreciate you, sweetheart, and everything you do for me.
Oh.
You get on my nerves sometimes, but I appreciate you.
I will give you a hug when you're driving.
Yes, don't do that. You'll hug me later when I stop.
Okay.
So yeah, that's that. And another thing on this, if you have a good woman that does all this, do not fuck that up. Do not. Because it may be a cold day to hell before the Lord decides to want to bless you with another one like that. He gave you a good woman or a good man or a good whatever it is you want to be with. Don't fuck it up. I really don't understand how I'm going from the Lord will bless you to fuck it up.
I don't know.
I'm really saying that in the same sentence. I'm trying. But yeah, do not mess that up. The Lord blesses you with a good person, a good partner. Do not mess that up.
Do it.
Because you can't handle that. Why he gave you that the first time? Why should he give you another chance on that? He's the Lord. He's good to you, so he will at some point. But you have to go through a lot of heartache and hard times to make sure you thoroughly understand the lesson and the concept before you do get another one. So just take the easy way, learn from it the first time, and just stick it out and do the right thing from the go. And that's what I got to say about that. Do what you got to do to take care of them, because you keep them if you do. And vice versa goes. If you have a bad one that's not hitting on nothing, it's not doing what they're supposed to be doing, delete that person out of your life. They're going to cause you nothing but heartache and stress, and just, this job is stressful enough as it is. she'll tell you
Yeah.
she had no idea of everything that just goes into this job
Not at all.
until she came out here on the road. And I'm sure she even has friends who are just like, oh, y'all just don't drive? Like, no, this is a lot more than just driving. I got back in the truck after securing the load and everything. She was like, do you need a back rub or something? Because she's like, you look tired.
Yeah.
And she's like, so are we done for the day? I'm like, nah, baby, we gotta drive for about another 7 hours. She looked like, what kind of satanic job is this?
Yeah.
Doing all that manual labor and then you gotta go drive for like 7 to 8 hours? Like, come on.
Well, I'll also say that's why if you get the chance, it's very important that you go out on the road with your significant other. If it's what they have to go through. I did not get out of the truck, guys. I'll tell you why, because he was working really hard and I was just like, I just don't want to get that dirty. But to be able to look in the mirror and see him he comes back in the truck maybe 45 minutes to an hour later, and he's like drenched in sweat. I was like, oh my God, like you have to do all of that. So it's very important to get out here and go on the road and see what they have to experience. I think it'll help when you're finally home and he's out on the road, or vice versa, and you guys are having conversations. Now you kind of know what he means when he say he's tired, or he just want to have this moment to talk to you because he's had a hard day. So if you get that opportunity, take it. I mean, you may not like all that it comes with, but just take it, make the best of it. I've had a good time out here with you for the most part. He's a cop. He's still a cop, even though he's a trucker. The cop in him will not allow me to step out of the truck to do anything.
Shoot, she's watching the live feed on her phone. Y'all on here that are still watching this, go ahead and start commenting on, because she thinks I'm joking.
I don't think
Comment
you're
on
joking.
all the nasty stuff and crazy stuff you see people out here doing. Though, especially when you park in the back of your truck stop parking lot at night, it's pitch black, and she's talking about, I'm just gonna go walk inside and just,
babe.
then again.
Okay, tell the truth.
There were some times where we parked during daylight, but I'm also saying that at night too. We didn't just drive nights this whole time. See, it's daytime right now, and I'm driving. So yes, there are times. Yes, it was daytime, but I'm talking about at night. But even still, during the day, you still have the creepy people and the weirdos. Y'all tell them in the comment section how some of these people out here are so weird and nasty. It's like all they do is they live in their truck and they forget. It's like they lose a level of social interaction, just how to be with people, how to deal with that. And it's just like they'll do and say and make weird comments, and just make a person feel uncomfortable. And it's primarily towards females. Make them feel uncomfortable. So that's what I'm saying, he'll tell you, just said it. Trust and believe. Like, some of these people out here are weird. And some of these dudes out here, they'll say some weird stuff, or they might try to snatch you up and put you in the truck real quick. Then not everybody out here, has those morals and standards. And some people, it seems as if, social de-evolution has been completed with some of them. It's like they just have no idea how to just how to function in a normal way when it comes to dealing with people. Yeah. Especially people of the opposite sex, especially in a male-dominated field. You see a woman out there, some of them act like they don't even know how to talk to them or don't know the right thing to say. And then you see one that looks like you, pretty fucking hot, they're going to lose their minds. So, I mean, some of these dudes out here, and it's not even just dudes, some of them is women. You just got to, it's just, I don't trust these people, sweetheart. I just don't trust them. I just wanted to be safe. That's why I told her, he's like, if you got to go to the bathroom or something, just let me know. If I'm on my town break, wake me up, let me know. We're going to walk to the bathroom together. We'll come back. If I don't want you to get too far from me, if we're taking a shower, or, if we're both, we're both going to use the bathroom, and I'm in there a little bit longer than you are, and, say you text me, hey babe, I'm, sitting at the McDonald's lounge or the Subway or whatever, I'm waiting for you to get done. Let me know, to keep me aware of what's going on, because I don't want something to happen to you and I'm left in the dark. So yes, for the guys out here, and I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of one of those what's the term I'm looking for? It's kind of one of those. Shoot, I can't remember it, but I can't remember the term. It'll hit me at some point. It's kind of one of those. It's a two-way street type of thing. Well, it's not a two-way street all the time. You know, let's say you're a female. You have your male significant other come out on the road with you. It's going to be kind of different for him. He's not really going to have that where he has to worry about walking from the back of a dark truck parking lot, walking all the way up to the front door of the Flying J to go inside and use the bathroom. You don't really have to worry about somebody trying to snatch him up, you know, and do something to him. It's just more so towards women. I mean, it is what it is. It's the truth. It is what it is. That's just something that women have to worry about more than guys do.
Yeah, so I've been in prison. Just kidding.
She calls it prison all she wants. But
I'm saying,
some of these people,
appreciate it.
Some of these people out here, you got to see it. You got to spend a week with me. You just don't know, sweetheart. You only got a snippet of it.
Babe, I need your charger.
You need my charger?
Yeah. Is your phone dying?
It will be, but
No.
yours should be in my bag. In
Okay,
front of my
let
bag.
me get it. You relax.
Thank you, sweetheart. It should be in the front of my bag somewhere. So yeah. What are some things, sweetheart, what's some piece of advice that you would give to the person out on the road driving the truck as a significant other? What's something that you think that they should know when it comes to dealing with their partner?
What do you mean, a trucker?
Yes. If you were talking to another trucker, which you are, what would you tell them? To something that they can think about when it comes to dealing with their partner. What's some things that they can think about? Things that they should do or should not do? Things that they can do better or improve on?
I would say just understand, like you said earlier, understand that person, your significant other at home, has a life, and they may not be able to be on the phone all of the time, but it doesn't mean that they don't care about you, and it doesn't mean that they love you. They don't love you. I think that's just really it. Just understanding that person's life. Well, you know, my profession is I'm ADP, but then I also have 2 small kids. So sometimes when I come home, I would love to just go home and just jump on the phone with you and talk to you. But I think we have a good balance with this now. But coming home and just like, okay, babe, it's homework time. I got to get the kids food, and then I got to go ahead and get their baths done and all that stuff. So understanding your significant other's life is going to be different. It's going to change that depending on what that person does. But take time to be understanding, just like we have to be understanding for you guys. You guys have to be understanding.
It's back on.
Yeah. So just understanding your significant other's life. Realize that I hate this, and I guess we're being honest. I hate when you said like, well, you don't have to load the trailer, and you don't have to do this with it. Well, you're not a trucker. Basically, I'm not a trucker.
Wait, I don't have to roll the trailer?
No, all the stuff that you have to do as a truck driver,
okay,
and as a flatbed or whatever. You'll say, well, you didn't have to do this all day, and just because I don't have to do manual work like you have to do, you sometimes make me feel like it's not the same level of labor. Then I should be more understanding. But however, my job causes me to be mentally drained.
I know, sitting in that comfortable office chair, getting up and going to get coffee whenever you want.
That's not fair.
All that stuff, I just know that's so draining.
But you have to be more understanding of that.
I know it's just draining sitting in that comfortable office chair, getting up and walking away from your stress at any time whenever you feel like it. Getting a half-hour lunch uninterrupted where you can actually not have to worry about doing work on your lunch.
You don't have to deal with difficult clients every day.
Y'all heard that? We don't have to deal with clients
every day.
Y'all say it. All y'all drivers say it in the comments. All y'all drivers say it in the comment sections when you go somewhere. Sorry, you can't do this. Shut up. No. Hold on. No. Your fleet manager said. See. Oh no. Your fleet manager. Y'all tell them in the comment sections. She got me. She got us all the way fucked up, y'all. Tell them in the comment section.
I'm your fleet manager.
No, Robert, you gotta stay. Tell them in the comment section. She thinks fleet managers fix our problems. Y'all tell her what happens at night and during the weekends. Y'all tell them what happens when you pull up to these places and they're
That's night on
they
the
get upset and rude to you. We deliver probably just about every other day. So yeah,
Who's the solution to the problem though?
we have to figure out the solution. If we complain to the company, they don't do shit about it unless they physically harm us or say something where they're not going to unload us or anything like that. We can complain to our fleet managers, but it is up to us to figure out the solution to the problem. Mentally draining. I hear you. I hear you.
It is.
I hear you, sweetheart. So anyway,
and this is what I have to deal with.
Y'all tell her.
We're talking about understanding.
Y'all tell her in the comment section because we don't have to find our own. We don't find the solutions to our own problems. So
our brain as well.
Our fleet managers fix everything for us. Y'all better let them know in the comments. I think. What do y'all think? Y'all think she should spend another week or two out here with me to figure it out even more? That's what I think. She might need to spend another week or two. I don't think she got the full effect if she spent a week out here and that's what she's gonna say. Fleet managers fix everything.
Oh
okay, Robert. I see you. All right. I got you. These customers are draining me right now. Yes, sir. Keep her 2 weeks. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm not staying out here for 2 weeks.
Oh no, you doing it?
No, I'm just saying that
I'm gonna call Gabby right now. Gabby, send me to California right now.
Yeah, right.
You're right.
Anyways, so back to what I was saying. Understanding that your significant other, spouse, whatever, has to go through things at home as well.
I think what she's saying is, yes, her job might not be as physically demanding as mine. She is still stressed and tired in her own way, shape, and form. Her job might have a level of physically demand, or you see, well, he's out of DC right now. We were just talking about distribution centers earlier today. Her job might have her physically, mentally, emotionally strained and stressed in a different way than our job does. So you have to understand that. Sometimes I fail with that. Sometimes, she'll be like, just understand I'm tired. I'll be like, oh, you're tired? Come take these lumber tarps off, roll them up, and then have the forklift driver say he can't put them on the trailer for you. And then go to your next place, carry them on top of a 10-foot load and put it on top of the load and then roll it out and all the straps and the chains and whatnot secured all yourself. And then go drive for 6 more hours. Jesus, you better claim all that detention. Claim every last penny of that detention. I'm telling you. Shoot, 3 hours my behind. Got there an hour and a half early. Man, please, you better claim every dime of that detention. You better check your paycheck too after to make sure they gave it to you too. Claim it in Jesus' name. Why does she have to say it like that? I don't know, Debbie. Oh, shout out to Debbie. Go check out her channel whenever she starts dropping inspirational videos. She says inspirational stuff on Instagram. Whenever she comes out of her shell and starts posting it more on the social platform, y'all will really grow from it. She has a lot of great wisdom and things to say. She just, I don't know. I guess she's just nervous around y'all right now. But she's a great person, has a lot of great insight. So just go ahead and follow her channel. And one of these days, I'm gonna make her actually post a video saying something inspirational. So I don't know. Go listen to her. She might change your life. Might put something on your heart, make you come to church. Praise the Lord Jesus.
Oh my God.
I'm serious.
Yeah,
Debbie,
she is.
Debbie knows what to say. My nigga Debbie. So yeah. Anything else you want to talk about her? Anything else you want to get off your chest? Since you want to start showing out for YouTube?
I'm not showing out. I tell you this all the time.
You want to show out for YouTube?
Are you going to be honest or not?
Go ahead, be honest. Keep on being honest, sweetheart. Let's tell the world. It's on the interwebs now. It's not coming off ever. Tell the world how you really feel about Raymond Keith Gibbs.
That's the only thing. I don't have anything else.
No? Honestly, I don't know. I
think the needs part is very important. Identifying that person's needs.
Yeah, she does a great job of that. And I mean, that's any relationship, no matter what job you have. Understanding what your person's needs and their love language are, or is, I should say.
Yeah, that's good.
Understanding their needs and what their love language is. I think that's grammatically correct. That'll take you places. And I mean, also another thing, about parking after 5 p.m. Hey, you know what? I'm about to be in that struggle with you because we got about 3 hours more driving. So that is what? It's 7:40 right now, 8:49. We'd be stopping at 11 o'clock tonight. We might be sleeping on somebody's on-ramp. No, I'm just kidding. Here's my piece of advice for that. Trip planning. If you know you're stopping late at night, stop at plan your option 2 hours left on your drive time. If you're like 3 or 4 when per 15 to an hour and a half left on your clock, and if you do like I do, and you drive all night long, and you stop at like 11 o'clock in the morning, drive until you don't got no more time on your 11. That's exactly why I do it, because I can drive on my 11, and anywhere I stop is going to have parking. Now, if you start running up in the DC, Baltimore area, up in the Northeast, do not follow that advice. Understand you just need to stop. Oh, he's saying, yep. Now, if you're in the DC, Baltimore, and Northeast area, do not follow that advice. What you need to do is understand this. For the next 2 or 3 days, your miles are going to be low. If you're delivering in New York City, stop on the outskirts, stage the night before, get up, go in there, don't hit shit, make your delivery, understand that you will burn you'll understand that you will burn your entire day off just dealing with New York City. Come back out, stop. Next 2 days, just understand for 2 days your miles are going to be trash. That's why a lot of companies pay you like New York City paid. Like, because they know nobody wants to go to New York. Hell no, New York sucks. I mean, it's as long as you're on like, you know, the highways, the interstate, it's just a lot of traffic. Now when you get off and start going in them city streets, woo, you're about to go real quick as a driver. You're gonna understand what keeping a full view of the entire truck means. Because people out there, they drive wild. And understand you're gonna have to know the area like the back of your hand. Whenever I run out to whenever I go out to Baltimore, DC area, especially being flatbed, I'll pick up a lot of aluminum out there. And if you flatbedders on this page know, y'all know, you pick up aluminum out there and run that up to Gwinn, Michigan, to the Superior Expulsions out there, or Superior Extrusion. That the TA out there in Baltimore is like 100% paid parking. So you either have to go there and buy fuel, or like go in there and spend a certain amount of money. And it's like always full. So yeah. Yep. Drive in all day. No, I'll come to the dark side. Throw some straps, throw some chains, get a little bit dirty. You'll like it. Honestly, I'll tell you, Janisha tell you. I see way more miles doing flatbed than I do drive-in. This way. In drive-in, your weeks are, let's say you do a 3,100 mile week. You're like, hell yeah, that's epic. 3,100 times whatever your rate per mile is. Let's say you're at 41 cents per is. You come over to flatbed, you do a 3,000 mile week, shoot, 2,900 mile week. Do a 2,900 mile week, you're flatbed, you get paid more, so we'll use my pay rate. Go ahead and y'all throw out the calculators real quick with this one. Let's say you do a 2,900 mile week times 48 cents per mile. Now, out of those loads, you had 2 loads that were lumber tarps, 1 load that was steel tarps. So you get $24 to put the tarp on, $24 to take off. So that's $48 right there for 1 load, $48 for the next one, and $17 to put the steel tarp on, $17 to take them off. So it's $34 for that. And then anybody that's on here that's flatbed knows you're going to claim a lot of detention. Because you go to these places, you'll be sitting there. You'll be sitting there for like 3, 4, 5 hours just waiting. And I know somebody's going to say in the comment section, flatbed, y'all do a lot of waiting. So you're racking up the detention. Y'all go ahead and do that math real quick. 3,100 mile week times 40 cents per mile versus 2,900 mile week at 48 cents per mile, plus the additional $48 for 1 tarp, for 1 lumber load, plus the additional $48 for the other lumber load, plus the additional $34 for that for the steel load. Now calculate about 10 hours of detention too for that week. You will make a lot more money. I know. I said originally that you'll equal out to be the same. I'm going to renege on what I said because at the time I spoke from a place of ignorance and not knowing, I think that'll probably level about the same when you're both rookie drivers and don't know what to do. If you are a veteran driver out here and you know what you're doing, well, I don't want to say veteran, you have time in and you know how to handle yourself. Yeah, and you get, that's right, Chris, and we get physical exercise too. So anybody that has time in, even Chris, he'll tell you too. He's been doing this for a while. He'll tell you your times for securing a load and tarping, they're going to drastically cut down on the amount of time it takes you. And when you start noticing that you start cutting down on the amount of time it takes you, you'll notice your paycheck goes up because you spend more time driving, more time making deliveries than sitting there throwing tarps, throwing straps, throwing chains, and throwing a bunch of bungees. Yeah. So yeah, shoot, you've been driving longer than I have. He'll tell you better than I can. You know, you'll the longer you do it, the more experience you'll have doing it, and the faster you're able to get it in. You'll be able to get a rhythm down. Like for me, when I first started tarping, I would roll out both lumber tarps and then start trying to do it in sections. I started doing it piece by piece, like going all the way down and all the way back. I started noticing what works for me is when I'll throw some bungees in the back, some in the front, keep the tarps from moving, and then I'll skip like halfway up the tarp, grab it, and then flap it, get some air under it, and whip it up under real quick. And what it'll do is it'll flip up a large section of that tarp underneath. You know how y'all fold tarp. Y'all got better, y'all know what I'm talking about. You'll flip the tarp up underneath it to get it where you want it, throw a bungee on it, and you just skip half the tarp, but you spend most of it go up under. So now instead of grabbing every 1 foot, grabbing a section, stuffing it under, you can skip 4 or 5 feet, flip it up, put all that up under the tarp, throw your bungee, strap it down tight, and you've cut your entire time in half because you're not doing it piece by piece. You're just doing one big section at a time. So yeah, you'll get it done. You'll get it done real quick, and then you hold it down with a few bungees, and then after you get it up where you want it, just run around with the last 40 or so bungees and just throw them on. It takes a few minutes to throw some bungees. You know, put it on the D-ring, wrap it under the rub rail, hook it onto the rub rail when you get on the outside, and just keep it moving. Yeah, that's right. Also the rear tarp, that's another point. That's very true. The parts that overlap, you don't have to bungee that down. I mean, you can if you want to, but you're wasting time. Because think about it, the front tarp is covering it. So if your front tarp is covering it and you have the front tarp bungee down tight, the rear one's not going to come undone. And then if you still have that fear that it might, make sure you keep one of your it doesn't have to be a portable, but one of the winches, keep one open where they overlap and just throw a strap over it. Then that way it'll also help with keeping the air from getting up under it and ballooning out when you're driving. Because I don't like when I'm driving and I see it balloon out on the sides, because I feel like it takes away from my field of vision in the mirrors. So I make the bungees nice and tight, and if I feel like I need more straps to keep it from ballooning out, then I'll throw 3, 4, or 5 more straps. But honestly, I've gotten to the point to where I tarp load where I don't have to throw a bunch of straps on top of the tarp just to keep it down. So yeah, the more you do it, yes, the more you do it, the easier it gets. Also, and another reason I think it gets easier is because you build confidence in what you're doing. Because I remember when I first started flatbedding, it's like you can only learn so much with the trainer, and then you get on your own, and then you get a load that you haven't seen before. Just sit down, use a little bit of common sense, look at it, think about the basics. What does the rule book say? How much securement do you need? If you think that's enough, you know, add some more securement, because you can never over secure a load. Look at what you need for it, and then just make it happen. And I know every single load is a little bit different, but with time, you'll say, or you'll look at something and be like, all right, I need to do this, I need to do this, I don't need to do this, I need to meet this requirement, I don't need to meet this requirement, blah blah blah. Yeah, with time you'll get quicker and faster with it. So yeah. Hoping to just get a good flat trainer. Yeah. Chris needs to be a flatbed trainer. He's on it. He heard me say it. I said it. He needs to be a flatbed trainer. Derek, the one I put in my video, the one time of throwing the strap, one way to throw it, he's a flatbed trainer. He's been with the company for a while now, He's very good. He's very good. He doesn't only just pull flatbed. He also pulls RGN trailers sometimes too. So he'll run out west a lot more, and he'll have one of our low boys, or the RGN, same difference, tomato. He'll pull one of those trailers. You might have one with the 3 axles on the rear end of the trailer. He's pulled a helicopter before. He's pulled a bunch of different big pieces of machinery. He knows what he's doing. He's been flatbedding for a while. So yeah, if you could somehow request him, because he'll swear your way. Because if you come off his truck, you know how to flatbed, and there's no two ways about that. You come off a Derek's truck, you will be a flatbedder. You will know what you're doing. And I mean, shoot, I think we're pretty good as a flatbed team at the company as a whole. To where if you have a question, we have a Facebook page. If you have a question, just get on there, like take pictures of the load, and then post it on there and be like, I'm completely lost. What do I do? And everybody will start getting on there and be like, do this, don't do this, those straps here, X strap here, don't X strap, though this many straps, you need to meet this requirement. Like, people will get on there and they will legit help you out. And then also, I've noticed in the flatbed side of trucking, the camaraderie is there way more than it is when I was driving. I was about to say door swinger. When I was driving, I feel like the camaraderie is there way more. I've noticed other companies will come up and help you do your stuff while, and you'll help them out. I've helped out TMC guys, and I know that they're kind of like one of our joking rivals. I've helped out TMC guys throw their tarps and throw their straps, and they've helped me out, especially when you go to some of these Georgia Pacific, y'all know flatbedders they go to these Georgia Pacific lumber yards, and they're processing you in and out real quick. Sometimes we'll have people come over and help you out, show you tricks, especially if they've been doing it for a while. Sometimes they don't. I'm not saying they always will. Sometimes they don't help you, but a lot of times they will help you. So yeah, I think it's a very close. I think flatbed is a lot more close-knit than drive-in and refrigerated. I think it's because they understand that, they embrace the stuff like we do, because no matter what the weather is, daytime, nighttime, warm, cold, raining, snowing, sleeting, any mixture of all of that together, you still got to secure the load properly. You still have to tarp it down properly, because at the end of the day, you're solely responsible for what you're transporting down the highway. You legit can hold the hands of the surrounding people that are around you. You hold their lives in your hands, and I don't think that's something you should take lightly. That is definitely not something you should take lightly. You can legit kill somebody doing the job. Y'all already know the driver out in Colorado whose truck went barely through traffic at 80, 85 miles an hour, bailed through everybody, killing all those people. That right there should really show the impact of what a loaded truck can do. At full speed, even not at full speed, but especially at full speed. What a load truck can do. It took all those cars and everything for it to finally stop. I don't know how it stopped. I'm pretty sure it just had to stop over a period of time. But look at the level of destruction that was caused, before it actually came to a stop, before it was all said and done. I mean, that's crazy to think about that. So take it very seriously. I know whenever we go through orientation, I know when I went through in Conley, there's a picture, and I still think about it to this day. They have a picture of a steering wheel, and I'm sure some of y'all, if y'all been to the Conley Terminal, have seen the posters, y'all have seen them. It's like a picture of a steering wheel, but it has inside the crevices of the steering wheel, I guess, in the spots that you hold, it shows pictures of different people, families, kids, all these random people. And it's basically saying you hold their lives in your hand. You have to take this job, this profession seriously, especially flatbedding. Make sure you're doing it correctly, because we don't have the luxury of just closing some doors and having all this stuff encased inside of a box. All of our stuff is essentially sitting on a big flatbed with straps or chains holding it down. So make sure you do it right, especially if you got coils. I mean, suicide, depends on how you want to load them, suicide or homicide, Make sure you secure it down. When I do coils, I do pound for pound. If it's a 40,000 pound coil, I'm throwing all my chains on it. I'm throwing every last chain I got. Hold that thing down in place. It's not going anywhere. And no matter, I make sure that bad boy does not want to go anywhere, because I refuse to, kill anybody or hurt anybody because of my own negligence, especially from something that could have been prevented from an additional 15 minutes of work. So I take it seriously. I do. I have fun with the job, but I do take this job seriously. When it's time to take it seriously, I do. Yeah, that's true. No matter what you haul, that is very true. Yeah, take it seriously, because actually they had that pile up there in what was it, Wisconsin, about 2 months back, actually. Yeah, where there's a huge pile up, and it was actually a drive-in trailer that got beat up pretty bad, among other ones. But drive-in guy, his trailer got beat up pretty bad, and he had big old rolls of paper. He had rolls of paper going all over the highway. And for a while, when you were driving through there, they still had the rolls of paper out there on the side of the interstate. So yeah, that is very true. No matter what kind of trailer you're hauling, I don't care what trailer or what goods you have in or on your trailer, you need to take it seriously, because you have to drive for yourself and drive for the general public out here. Because Janisha can tell you, I know I go off on a rant. Janisha can tell you, since she's been out here, she's seen people do some ridiculous stuff. Like, she'll be sitting there and the car will jump in front of us with like 20 feet and then just start riding their brakes. And then you'll see her just like pucker up. And then she's like sitting there, she's just like, I just don't understand why they would do that. That doesn't make any sense. Like, why would you just jump in front of a truck and hill and having somebody just jump in front of you, and then you tap on the brakes and usually, engage your engine brakes and try to, brake the best way you can, as safely as possible, and it still feels like you're not really getting anywhere. So yeah, I know I went off on a tangent, a rant. Yes, I made another video. I'm trying to get it to upload onto YouTube. I don't know what is going on and why I can't do it. But no, the channel is not dead. I'm still here. I'm just trying to get it to work. Whenever I get it figured out, I think what I'm going to have to end up doing is just somehow or another just splitting the video in 2 sections. And yeah, splitting the video in just 2 sections and just uploading a part 1 and a part 2. I believe it. I believe it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a part 1 and a part 2. If all else fails, I'll probably just end up doing that tonight to make it work. So yes, the channel is not dead. Big changes coming up. Yeah, and I'll work on getting that up. But I don't want y'all to think I just went ghost on y'all. I haven't been seeing the comments. I haven't been paying attention. I have been. I just went home, like I said, like I preached a few minutes ago, enjoying the family, taking time, with them, and trying to get everything lined up for those big changes that I'm going to drop in that video. I made, like I said, I made it a few days ago, actually like a week ago. I think about flatbed. I will say definitely think long and hard on it. And I went from 40 cents per mile to 48 cents per mile, and I also see way more miles driving flatbed than I do van. So that's something to think about. You're going to get a raise if you're with rail. You're going to get a raise, and then you're going to get detention pay. You're going to get TARP pay, and you're going to see more miles. And when you start seeing consistent checks that are 4 digits long, you're going to be like, why didn't I think of this sooner? So yeah, but yeah, as always, like, comment, subscribe. Tell your friends and family to like, comment, subscribe. Also, check out Debbie's channel whenever she gets back operational. She'll start dropping some gems for y'all to enjoy. So yeah, I will get that video up in oh yeah, then definitely swap over to flatbed. If you're already here, yeah, swap over, you'll see more money. No questions asked. You will see more money. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe. I will get that other video on. I'll try to do it tonight. most likely I will have to split it in half. I'm sorry I have to do that, but it just doesn't seem to be working this way, so I'm gonna have to go to the other option. So yeah, y'all, hopefully y'all watch it, and y'all are in for I guess a big surprise, and I'll keep on making videos throughout the process of this change that I have coming up. But you guys have a great night. Thank you for listening to what Janisha and I had to say. Hopefully you got some pearls of wisdom, to take away, give to your significant others. Maybe she said something, or I said something that you didn't think about, something that you say I can apply a little bit more effort to. Hopefully it helps you grow, in some way, And the ways that we're looking for help you grow was, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. We didn't talk about anything physical, so can't help you grow physically. But yes, yeah. Hopefully you took something away from the gems that we both dropped on y'all. Yeah, y'all have a great night, and I'll put the other video